lifestyle. You can always find a better way to live and most comprehensive guide to everything.
It's kind of a hilarious cultural exchange that's happening. And many American users are there expressing frustration about the US government and essentially saying, if you're going to take away our TikTok, we're going to go find another Chinese platform that we can use. So that's been a really interesting dynamic that we're seeing. Another app that's really gained popularity is Lemon8, which is owned by TikTok parent company ByteDance. The company started pushing it in the US when talks of a ban really started bubbling up. And that's another platform that's really gaining. Those two platforms could still face the same sort of ban that TikTok is facing under this law. And experts told me that sort of gets at the challenge, this whack-a-mole challenge that the US government has in trying to avoid.
She said whack-a-mole challenge. I know y'all don't know what a whack-a-mole challenge is. Whack-a-mole, man. We used to go to arcades, man. They had the whack-a-mole. The little moles would come up and you whack them. Bap, 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 bap. Whack-a-mole, man. You youngsters don't know nothing about no whack-a-mole. You never mess with TikTok, Shamar? That's crazy. Eminem, you rock with the TikTok, man? They doing a TikTok ban on us, man. I might have to check out. Now, I see a lot of people rock with the TikTok, but I thought it was more ladies. I thought it was more people telling their stories and stuff. I just never, and then they always had all these speculations TikTok was going to put a virus on your phone. So, you know, Uncle, old school, I ain't put it on there yet. Now, I might call my son, you know, one of my boys and be like, hey, son, you rock with TikTok? And if he rock with it, I might go with it. But usually, I don't be messing with stuff if I really don't know. Because I ain't trying to get no virus. I'm not hitting no links. I'm not doing none of that. So, you know, we have to figure out this TikTok ban a day before Martin Luther King Day and a day before the inauguration. Let's go.
Avoid Chinese influence over popular social platforms.
Look, those would certainly be twists, that's for sure. Again, if the CEO of TikTok is really coming to the inauguration on Monday, it's hard to imagine Donald Trump doesn't want to find a way to save it or won't do something.
It's about money.
Very much
for it's about money.
In just 3 days, the U.S. ban of TikTok is.
Oh, this is an old broad right here. You know what I'm saying? They had the young broad on there. You know, Trump is about money, man. I know y'all be glazing Trump, but Trump gonna get the owner of TikTok to come to his inauguration. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna drink. We're gonna do some of the best things in the world. We're gonna see some of the best women in the world. We're gonna talk about business. We're gonna get money. And let's drink some top-notch Japanese, Chinese liquor. Let's drink some of this top-notch American whiskey, bourbon, you know, and let's figure a way out where we can keep getting money, man. No need to fight. I got the Supreme Court in my back pocket, man. I got 3 of them that I elected a few years ago. Don't worry about nothing. Come to the inauguration, and we're going to get everything together. See what I'm saying? This is how game work, man. This is how these boys is playing out here. Now, you see, they got this broad in here, man. Why do the snowmen, man, y'all don't like y'all women with no kind of frame on them, man? I mean, you know, a lot of players like a slender woman. I see a slender woman, I'll be like, ooh, she's nice, tight, and right. But this woman here, man, she's shaped like a boy. She ain't got no breasts. I mean, these ain't even A cups, man. Look how y'all like y'all women, man. No hips, just straight angular. I mean, and she probably don't eat nothing but an apple a day. Whole thing. I ain't saying you got to get a big Mama Lucci, but this little lady is so good, Lord. And she probably don't want to gain 1 pound that she can't be on the TV. Now we had this other little chick right here. I thought she was, you know, she's slim, but she ain't quite as slim as this lady. Go ahead, Miss.
What that means really for users of this platform is they are feeling a lot of this uncertainty. If you are a creator who makes a livelihood on this app, or even a user who spends hours a day, as many people do, scrolling on this platform, those folks are all.
Now, this is a regular style white woman. She's, you know, 120, 115. You know, if y'all mess with the snow, this is cool. But when they put this other one on here, you know, let's see her full body right there. See? She got some breasts on her to let her know that she a woman. She ain't got a bunch of junk in the trunk, but you know, she 5'6", 5'7". This is a woman right here. She talking nice. It looked like she got a wedding ring on. See, somebody went on and locked this down.
American users are there expressing frustration about the U.S. government.
And I know we talking about TikTok, but we talk about women too. But this new little thing right here, she on that pay. Nah, bruh. She on that powder right here. She on that nose candy, Jack. Go ahead.
170 million users here in the United States. And sources tell CNN that the president-elect, Donald Trump, is now looking at, debating, considering, looking at the options to...
Where's the top pieces? You ain't got no breasts? You could be slim like this with just the little A cups, but it'd be sexy the way you care. She looking like she look tired in the eyes. She on that pay.
To push that off, at least for a time.
I know the skinny
to keep
broads
the
on
platform
powder.
up and running while they look for and try to find a U.S.
Look
buyer.
at
CNN's
it.
Harry Enton.
No hips, not just straight. No, baby. Black men ain't feeling that.
Is running the numbers, not on the chances that Donald Trump will do it,
I have no idea.
but on just how big of a force TikTok really has become in this country. So how popular is TikTok?
Yeah, the idea that I can get.
She weighed like 80. She all skin and bones. Sheesh.
Donald Trump's head and know what he was doing on any particular moment, to me, is just something that is out of my wheelhouse.
Moving on.
Age 13 to 17, basically teenagers. I don't know if you have any teenage members of your family, Kate Baldwin, but if you ever look at their phone, they seem to be addicted to it, and they're scrolling through. What are they scrolling through? They're scrolling through TikTok. I mean,
And do y'all know in China, they don't let their kids get on TikTok to like 15. They ban them from TikTok. We just let the kids do what they want over here. No.
The madness speak.
my goodness gracious, 2/3 of teenagers use TikTok. It is
It's probably more than that.
more popular than Instagram, more popular than Snapchat. Facebook's for old fuddy-duddies like myself. Just
Exactly. Facebook, that's for old people.
32% of teenagers use Facebook, and Twitter, X, which is my favorite platform, to be all honest, just 17%. And it's not just that they love TikTok. Teenagers are addicted to TikTok. TikTok's got a hold of them. 50% of teenagers use TikTok several times a day. So
Y'all remember the boy Mobb Deep, Illuminati, got my mind, body, and soul. The mark of the beast. Now they want to put a chip up under your skin. Now they got you watching that screen. You ain't even paying attention to your surroundings. Somebody pull up with a blicky on you on your phone like that. Interesting.
So if TikTok went adios amigos, this would have a major impact on the daily lives of teenagers, at least in your life.
So this is 13 to 17-year-olds. How about everyone else?
Yeah, how about everyone else? So, you know, I myself have a TikTok account, but I don't really quite understand it. I guess I'm becoming an old fuddy-duddy. Adults who use TikTok, but even here, it's been a massive rise. So you go back to 2019, you can see it was just 3%. Now look at this. It's up to 32%. That's up nearly 30 points in just a 5-year span. Yes, Facebook is a little bit more. Yes, Facebook is number one, Instagram being number two. But it's really the rise of TikTok. It's really younger folks. Again, those under the age of 30 who use TikTok. There's a reason why Trump went and campaigned with those influencers. It's because.
Has influencers became the new politician, the new shapeshifters, the new what's hot, what's happening? Seemed like Kim K ended up, getting everybody on that once Kim K came through there and influencing and, because that wasn't even a job 10 years ago. I'm an influencer. What do you influence? Oh, fashion. Oh, Sheen. Oh, I forget these different things. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let somebody pull up in here tonight, man. If y'all want to pull up, man, pull on up. Tell me about it. Don't leave nothing out. How you feeling about this TikTok ban? Young man, young woman. Facebook is for the elder people, the older people. Instagram is in the middle. TikTok is for the youth. You know, they always want their thing. In the 70s, my mom and them used to wear bell bottoms, platforms. Now them hoe heels. Then the pants went tight. Then the pants went baggy. Now Drake and them wearing them back bell bottoms. There's only so many ways you can wear your pants. You know what I'm saying? So how y'all feel about this ban? How y'all feel that it's going to happen right around these wildfires? There's so much going on in the news right around the inauguration, right around Martin Luther King birthday. This is amazing. Let's go.
Facebook's for old fuddy-duddies like myself. Just 32% of teenagers use Facebook, and Twitter, X, which is my favorite platform, to be all honest, just 17%. And it's not just that they love TikTok. Teenagers are addicted to TikTok. TikTok's got a hold of them. 50% of teenagers use TikTok several times a day. So if TikTok went adios amigos, this would have a major impact on the daily lives of teenagers, at least in your life.
So this is 13 to 17-year-olds. How about everyone else?
Yeah, how about everyone else? So, I myself have a TikTok account, but I don't really quite understand it. I guess I'm becoming an old fuddy-duddy. Adults who use TikTok, but even here, it's been a massive rise. So you go back to 2019, you can see it was just 3%. Now look at this. It's up to 32%. That's up nearly 30 points in just a 5-year span. Yes, Facebook is a little bit more. Yes, Facebook is number one, Instagram being number two. But it's really the rise of TikTok. It's really younger folks. Again, those under the age of 30 who use TikTok. There's a reason why Trump went and campaigned with those influencers. It's because to get younger voters, to get younger folks on social media, you don't go to Facebook, you go to TikTok. And the bottom line is TikTok has become a massive force in this country, and only one that has become considerably more popular as time has gone on.
Okay, so if it
No, Shamari. They're not going to get rid of TikTok. It's too much money, man. Too much money going on. Ain't no way they can get rid of it with all this money going on out here, nephew. No, Trump about money, man. There's one thing about Trump. He's a businessman. He going to make sure things happen for us in the business world. He don't like when America lose. Like he say, make America great again. Now, he good at that. But some people act like Trump is the final all see of everything, of the world. He gonna save the world. Now he gonna do some good things, but life goes up and it goes down, and it goes up, you ride the wave. Now in a few years, when some Democrats get in there, we're gonna have to ride with the Democrats. It can't just go all Republicans and then it's gonna go Democrats, then it's gonna go Republicans. That's just how life goes. It's gonna be some ups, some downs, but you stack you some paper when you're riding a good wave. So when it get tight, you one of the brothers that save some money, because you went out there splurging, man. So Facebook is for the older people. That's what they saying. Instagram is a little bit of young and old, but TikTok is for the younger people. Now, a lot of older people getting on TikTok because they saying they making money. They got women on there spewing all kind of bull crap, and people is taking off with it. Because I see people on YouTube, and then they say, hey, I got 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, but I got 50,000 on TikTok. Some people blow up on TikTok. I ain't never really gotten to the TikTok, but this is the new game. So let's play the game.
it is so popular
Yes.
and it goes away,
Yes.
where do people go?
Yeah. Okay. So, as I said,
Ooh, that woman,
TikTok has a massive hold on teenagers. TikTok has an increasingly strong hold
that woman is about 70 pounds.
on adults. But that doesn't mean that people who use TikTok only use TikTok. So TikTok users, where else could they potentially go? TikTok users who also they're going to get their fix somewhere else, because take a look at this. 74% of TikTok users also use Instagram. You can go on Instagram. I do have an Instagram account, Forecaster Enter, in case you're wondering. Or you can go over to YouTube. Think YouTube Shorts. 95% of TikTok users.
That's why they start coming with the YouTube Shorts. That's why they've been saying, get the YouTube Shorts. That's why they kept giving people all kind of subscribers for YouTube Short. And we thought these dudes was buying subscribers overnight. We like, man, how did he go from 10,000 subscribers to 100,000? Because he was doing the shorts. I even started doing some shorts in YouTube, like when I do the shorts, and boost your numbers, because they seen it coming, man. I got to pay attention out here, nephew. The future is right in front of your face. And a lot of things they do in Japan and China be the things they're going to do in America. They already probably got the iPhone 20. Telling you, man, you got to keep up with the times, keep up with the game. So this is why they don't want the TikTok ban to happen. But the American people want it to happen, the Zuckerbergs and them, because they want their platforms to be number one. This is almost like a monopoly. Life is like Monopoly. Remember the board games, Life? I know y'all don't play board games. The board game Monopoly. And you try to get all the properties, but they have laws set in place where you can't be a monopoly. But Instagram and YouTube, they want TikTok to go away because you're going to get your fix somewhere. That's what the man just said. You understand me? If one drug dealer ain't got the drugs, they're going to go down the street. They dope fiends. You hooked on this stuff. And if the teenagers is hooked, they're going to be hooked for the next 10 years. When you get older, you might be like, I ain't got time for that. I got a job, I got kids. But the younger kids, they own that 24/7. Believe me.
People who use TikTok only use TikTok. So who TikTok users, where else could they potentially go? TikTok users who also use, look, they're going to get their fix somewhere else, because take a look at this. 74% of TikTok users also use Instagram. You know, you can go on Instagram. I do have an Instagram account, Forecaster Enter, in case you're wondering. Or you can go over to YouTube. Think YouTube Shorts. 95% of TikTok users also use YouTube. So look, they'll get their fix somewhere else, but it will still be a massive disruption in their lives, especially younger folks.
Let me ask you both about something else that has been a bipartisan issue here in Washington, which is TikTok, which Congress voted overwhelmingly in bipartisan fashion to ban the app. It's set to go in effect on Sunday. Congressman Nunn, we're hearing some reports that President Trump may be thinking about an executive order that would delay the sale. There is a provision of the law that allows that for 90 days. Do you think he should do that?
Well, I think, first of all, let's look at the House led on this, passed it, the Senate approved it, and the president signed into law. The Supreme Court's upheld it. Now, this isn't a ban.
The court may still weigh in, but yes.
Yeah, with TikTok on
we
this.
expect it to.
Yeah, exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
The TikTok on this is an app, and ByteDance, the parent company, is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Chinese. And we have seen for the last 6 months, Chinese through Volt Typhoon, Silk Typhoon, Salt Typhoon coming in and pillaging the United States. So we know the Chinese are incentivized to do this. I think that it's right from a national security side to divest from China being able to have its largest propaganda source right here in the United States. President Trump coming in, we've got a lot of deadlines coming up this Sunday, Casey, and I think it's important that we're clear with the American people. There's a new top cop in town, and he's going to have a lot of influence here on getting the Chinese to divest. In the same tone,
Wait a minute, player. Wait a minute, player. You keep talking about people divesting. You keep talking about people divesting. Is there some black women in here looking for a zaddy?
TikTok, the app, has an opportunity here to become an American company. And I think that ultimately their CEO may be joining the inauguration this week to have those direct conversations with leaders right here in Washington.
Congressman Landsman, do you see any upside to delaying this for 90 days? Should President Biden consider doing that before he leaves office? Should Donald Trump use this executive order if he doesn't?
I don't know. I mean, quite frankly,
Now, Joy Taylor, you see how this woman is dressed? I know we all over the place, but you remember Joy Taylor over there on FS1, Fox Sports? See how this white woman is right here? She's fully clothed. She's not showing those big cans and that peanut butter skin. Jason Whitlock, I couldn't contain myself. See, this is how you can be a upstanding host. She's fully clothed. She doesn't have a plunging neckline, so it can distract us when we speaking on business and politics. Politricks. Polish.
Zach's right. The point is keep the app and get the company to disinvest from China. They just got to get out of China, because at the moment, because it is a Chinese-based company, China, who is a foreign adversary, they are at any time in a position to weaponize all of our data. And we're putting Americans at risk and our national security at risk. And so, if they can get this thing sold, that would be the best of both worlds. But, whether there's a delay or not, what we passed was the right decision.
Quick last word, Congressman?
I think this is a bold world. Look, if China wants to continue to play in this area and refuses to allow it to sell, I feel highly confident that there'll be another app that will immediately spring up in its place. We just talked about our kids. This is the generation.
Oh, I see what they're saying. They don't want China to have everybody information because they know they could breach everybody's information with this app. So you think you own an app, but they could breach your information. That's what made me kind of skeptical of TikTok. But they lure you in with all kind of incentives. Next thing you know, they hacked your phone and they got all your information. See? Cyber warfare. You know what I mean? They used to have mental warfare. Of course, they had field warfare where they're out there in the field. Then they had chemical warfare. Now they're having cyber warfare. Woo, nephew, is you ready? I have cybersecurity on my computer, ism. Yeah, okay, but is that going to work? Is that going to last? Is that trash that you got on your computer? The TikTok ban.
Where brand loyalty is not there, they're going to go to something
I
that
asked
they need.
my kids before the vote. I said, "Hey, I'm going to vote on this. Curious, do you care?"
Yeah.
Focus group of 2. The answer was like, no. They're both in their phones in the back of the car, and I was like, why? And they're like, something else will come up.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
All right. Well, it's nice to have some bipartisan ship
right.
Yeah. I can tell they was definitely liberals. Bipartisan. It just matters who you like. You like the Cowboys, you like the Niners. If you like the Republicans, you like the Democrats. You gotta like something. You gotta vote one way or the other. You like the Eagles, you like the Chiefs, you like the Warriors, you like the Democrats, you like the Republicans. Are you a religion? Are you a denomination? Are you Muslim? Are you Christian? Are you Baptist? Are you Catholic? You got to be something. You got to pledge. Are you a thug? Are you a Crip? Are you a Blood? Are you a player? You a Mac? You're non-denomination, agnostic. They got something for you. Hasidic Jew. They got something for you, man. You got to join the club. Are you for fraternity, sorority, aka wee Q dog? Ooh. You have to join some kind of club, huh? What about your family club, fellas? What about your family? You got to join all this Greek mythology, all this Greek stuff. You know what them Greeks used to do. So now we got the TikTok ban, but it make us think. Did they just sucker us all in, get all our information, and use us for AI? They got all your movements. They got all you talking on the phone. What if they steal all your information? Now they got the AI robots coming. And I hear a lot of young players talking about, I'm going to get an AI girlfriend. Come on, man. Nephew, that ain't the game. The TikTok ban. Let's go.
This morning, time running out for TikTok fans. The app appears to be on track to be banned in the U.S. this Sunday. The Supreme Court yesterday passed up a chance to intervene, and Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton has now blocked an attempt by Democrats to postpone the ban, saying there will be no extensions, no concessions, and no compromises for TikTok. Cotton citing national security concerns due to the app's Chinese owner.
Guys, it's official. TikTok will be getting banned.
A law passed by Congress last year requires TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, to find a buyer not controlled by a foreign adversary. But with no sale apparently imminent, Reuters reports TikTok is preparing to shut down U.S. operations, saying users attempting to open the app will see a pop-up message directing them to a website with information about the ban. There could be one last hope for TikTok fans. President-elect Trump, who takes office Monday, is reportedly considering an executive order that would give TikTok's owner up to 90 more days to find a buyer. The New York Times reports TikTok CEO plans to attend Trump's inauguration. Trump's nominee for Attorney General on Capitol Hill yesterday declined to say whether the Justice Department would enforce the ban.
Will you commit to enforce that law on your first day when you are if you are confirmed?
Senator, as I discussed with you during our meeting, that is pending litigation within the Department of Justice.
Well, it's pending litigation, but will you enforce that law?
I can't discuss pending litigation.
You got to know how to talk. You can't just be a hot blonde and a hot piece of ass. You got to know how to talk. And I know it's stressful, but you got to know how to talk in front of Congress. You got to put on a good show. That's what a lawyer is, man. He knows how to tap dance when it's time to be on stage. Not only the black man and Beyonce and the performers and the Whitney Houstons and the Ushers, the Chris Browns, the Michael Jackson, the Princes. They're not the only one that can perform when it's time to perform. These lawyers perform or sing and dance. These congressmen perform or sing and dance. Politicians, politics,
Well, the Supreme Court still has time to intervene, although it's not looking likely right now. Meanwhile, many TikTok users turning to other apps like RedNote. That's also an app that's owned by China, but social media content providers also have thought diversifying to Instagram, Facebook, other platforms
That's
as
smart.
well.
We'll see if there's a 11th hour save.
Mm-hmm.
This morning, time running out for TikTok fans. The app appears to be on track to be banned in the U.S. this Sunday. The Supreme Court yesterday passed up a chance to intervene. And Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton.
we got all these dudes look like they didn't get no batches in high school. We got them voting on the law. Look at Tom Cotton with this long neck. This boy ain't getting no batches unless he was the quarterback. If he wasn't an athlete, he was in high school, he was a corny dude. He used to get a 3.5 because he said, I'm going to be a congressman and I'm going to get all them people back that disrespected me. He ain't even got a fade on his hair. He just straight normal. This is what you got to look, straight normal. And they doing some of the coldest disavowal things on earth. You got to be clean shaven. You got to keep your hair, no design, no fade. Tom Cotton, huh?
Has now blocked an attempt by Democrats to postpone the ban, saying there will be no extensions.
Yeah, I'm going to do the ban. Is this one of the dudes that's in the black match? He's still mad he didn't get a date in high school.
No concessions and no compromises for TikTok.
Oh, no TikTok.
Cotton citing national security concerns.
National security concerns. I couldn't get a date in high school. So now I'm going to ban TikTok. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Due to the app's Chinese owner.
Guys, it's official. TikTok will be getting banned.
Look at her. She ready to lose her mind. She's like, what I'm going to do? You get a job. That's what you going to do. You going to get a new job. Yeah, well, Shamari, that's part of the people in the politics. You know, you got to have that clean shaven. They don't really do the beards and the mustache. And exactly right, Eminem. Pile of tricks. Pile of
Okay.
A law passed by Congress last year requires TikTok's parent company ByteDance to find a buyer not controlled by a foreign adversary. But with no sale apparently imminent, Reuters reports TikTok is preparing to shut down U.S. operations, saying users attempting to open the app will see a pop-up message directing them to a website with information about the ban. There could be one last hope for TikTok fans. President-elect Trump, who takes office Monday, is reportedly considering an executive order that would give TikTok's owner up to 90 Monday is reportedly.
So is Trump going to come say today? Is that going to be a feather in Trump's cap? Is that going to be a feather in Trump's cap? That he comes save the day with the TikTok. Then people that didn't like Trump, oh, he saved the day. All these people that didn't like Trump, all these different ladies that didn't like Trump, that wanted Kamala, let him save the day, and they content creators. And he made a way for them still to get some paper. So they can come on there and tell you about these stories and show you how to cook some chicken and rice. They might start liking Trump then. It's amazing how things go, ain't it? Tell you, nephew, the game is cold. The game is cold, nephew. That's why you got to be icy cold.
Considering an executive order that would give TikTok's owner up to 90 more days to find a buyer. The New York Times
Say giving him 90 days, man. I'm giving you 90 days, player. Then he got this Asian boy. He look kind of serious right here, though. Look at this boy. He look like he ain't about no bull crap. I don't know, Trump. This young boy look like he about his business. If you don't want to rock with me, I infiltrate the country. He look like he's still down for his Chinese, for his country. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I know the white guys is down for their country. I know black men is down for their country unless it's some money. Anytime a black man gets some money, you can bring us a big forehead, light-skinned woman or some money, and we'll be a sucker ducker. That's all you got to bring us. But these Asian boys, these white boys, these boys don't be playing.
Too much ism, you dig?
These boys don't be playing. These boys, when they come, they be about their country. They already got paper. You ain't gonna sucker them with some little sexy woman. You ain't gonna come. They'll go against you. I'm Chinese, and that's what I am, and I'm gonna go down with my country. I'll be a martyr. I'll be one of the people that took down the whole United States. These boys here don't play. The same way like a lot of white guys say it's too many people taking over their country. Y'all know this is the white man's world. I don't know why y'all be trying to act like that. Black people, we got to get our own business together and start at home. You got your business together with your children. You got your business together with your woman. Start at home, nephew. Be Donald Trump in your house. Be president-elect. Be Biden in your house. Run your house. A lot of men ain't even the president of their house, man. What's going on with the game out here?
Reports TikTok CEO plans to attend Trump's inauguration. Trump's nominee for Attorney General on Capitol Hill yesterday declined to say whether the Justice Department would enforce the ban.
Will you commit to enforce that law on your first day when you are if you are confirmed?
Senator, as I discussed with you during our meeting, that is pending litigation within the Department of Justice.
Well, it's pending litigation, but will you enforce that law?
I can't discuss pending litigation.
That was smart.
Well, the Supreme Court still has time to intervene, although it's not looking likely right now. Meanwhile, many TikTok users turning to other apps like RedNote. That's also an app that's owned by China, but social media content providers also have thought diversifying to Instagram, Facebook, other platforms
That's
as well.
smart. We'll see if there's a 11th hour save.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sisters, you see how this woman right here is dressed? We talking about TikTok, but we talking about sisters too. She got natural hair. She got a nice dress on. She ain't showing no skin. Sisters, y'all need to look. I ain't telling you to be a white woman, but y'all don't always have to have the cleavage out and your rump out. This is a nice outfit with your hair together. Men like this. So, what y'all gonna do when this TikTok ban come about? Y'all gonna be able to survive? A lot of Instagram and TikTok users, they about to fall by the wayside. You gonna be able to handle it? Nephew, you gonna be able to handle it?
A common misconception about this potential banning of TikTok is that it's only going to impact US-based TikTokers. I am here to tell you that that is simply not true.
It's not true.
If TikTok gets banned, it's going to impact all of us, whether
All of us. She got a nice lips on her. You know, she giving me a Jodie Watley vibe. Y'all don't remember Jodie Watley? Look it up, young niggles.
based in Europe or Africa. So today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how. By the way, guys, I ummed and ahed about whether I was going to make this a podcast episode or whether I was going to make it a YouTube video for a while.
Wait, baby. Hold on, darling. You know, that's an old school. You know, I'm an old school nigga when I use the word darling. Darling, I'm just a man. Wait, darling. I like the way she said podcast. Let me do that again, man. I like the way she said that, man. Don't get mad at me. Say it again, baby. And I like them lips on this girl.
All of us, whether we're based in Europe or Africa. So today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how. By the way, guys, I ummed and ahed about whether I was going to make this a podcast episode or whether
a podcast episode. I like that, man. That might be hot doing sex. And she started talking like that on your Sirism podcast. Oh, I might be like, hey, podcast. I like the way she say that, man. I'm just saying, I need to hear it one more time. Sorry.
Today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how. By the way, guys, I ummed and ahed about whether I was going to make this a podcast episode or whether I was going to make it a YouTube video for a while, because this is the type of stuff that I like to talk about in my solo podcast episodes over on the Creator Project. I decided to do both. So if you want to listen to this on the go and you don't have YouTube Premium.
Hey, fellas, it's the same way a lot of women might like you, because you from down south, you got a southern twang to your voice when you talk. A woman just be like, "Ooh, I'm so in love with the way you talk." So a lot of players, I know y'all want to be passport bros, but what you could do if you're a player from the south, maybe holler at some women on the East Coast, maybe holler at some women on the West Coast. So when you talk, they'll be like, "Ooh, I love your accent." Some East Coast players, you might talk to a woman in Seattle, California, Oregon. It's a different vibe. You don't have to go all the way to Brazil. You dig? And she be like, "I love your accent." And then you be like, "Oh, I love your East Coast accent." And sometimes it just be natural. Sometimes me and my father be talking. He'd be like, "Hey, son, give me that cheer." I'll be like, "What?" Cheer. That's how Southern people talk.